Welcome to another edition of the PE Alliance's Field Series, where today we're in upstate New York, taking a look at two different horizontal directional drilling jobs. One of them is right here in Saratoga Springs. But first, let's head up to Ticonderoga and take a look at that job.
My name's Steve McDonald with ISCO Industries. We're here in Ticonderoga, New York, about 78 miles north of the Capital District of Albany. We're installing about 12,000 feet of 18-inch IPSDR11 polyethylene for their main water line here. This project was fast-tracked, it was FEMA funded, and due to that, we were able to supply the project with not only stock from ISCO's yard, but we were able to manufacture the remaining pipe needed for the project from WL Plastics. I'm working here with Bellamy Construction. Bellamy is an experienced contractor here in New York. He is also a directional driller. So he chose to install this pipe via horizontal directional drill. The reason behind that was he had less disturbance to the local farmlands, less disturbance to the local streets, and he was actually able to save money and time on this installation.
My name is Dustin Langston with WL Plastics. We provided the 18-inch IPSDR11 pipe for the city of Ticonderoga for their water main replacements. The city of Ticonderoga decided to use HDPE pipe because of its corrosion resistance and long service life. The city of Ticonderoga knew they had a water leak issue when they started noticing cattails being grown along the pipe right of way. Usually cattails only grow in very wet areas, and these cattails were starting to grow in areas that were not normally wet. So they realized that the ductile iron pipe that was installed below them was leaking a lot of water, allowing these wetland plants to grow. FEMA was involved in this project due to the current pipeline's inability to provide sufficient flow and pressure to the town's fire system. HDPE pipe is going to allow the historic town of Ticonderoga to go into the future with a leak-free system.
We're here in the beautiful city of Saratoga Springs in upstate New York. Saratoga Springs, a great tourist area, known for its racetrack. We're installing 6,000 feet of 10-inch DR11 dips polyethylene blue stripe pipe for water. The water main here is running down Route 9, which is a thoroughfare coming into Saratoga Springs. This is a DOT road, and the main that they're replacing is cast iron. The problem that they've been having is the cast iron has gotten so old and brittle that it's just breaking constantly, and they need to solve that problem, and polyethylene is going to do it for them. They are installing this main via horizontal directional drilling. It's one of their specialty ways of installing main. It's less invasive to the environment and helps to keep it undisturbed.
Today we're in Saratoga Springs, New York, doing a horizontal directional drill under a state road. Horizontal directional drill is usually the gateway drug for people to get into using polyethylene pipe. It's the first time they use it, and after that they love it. Horizontal directional drilling is becoming the go-to installation method for piping across America, especially high-density polyethylene pipe that makes up the majority of directional drills today. As you can see from the setup behind us, the amount of excavation is very minimal when it comes to directional drilling. You usually have your insert pit, you have an exit pit, and that's it. Everything in between is left untouched, unharmed. Contractors absolutely love using high-density polyethylene pipe when directional drilling because it's the most forgiving pipe material out there. It's very ductile, it's very easy to use, and it's very forgiving on a drill like this. One of the benefits of using directional drilling for any municipality is the ability to avoid all of your other utilities like fiber optics, phone, power, all those other conflicts in the right-of-way. So as you can see behind me, we have flags set out all along the ground for every conflicting utility that's in our way today. And there are a lot. These guys are going to be able to steer this directional drill head and miss all of these utilities and pull in a brand new water line underneath them.
Hi, I'm Brian Bellamy from Bellamy Trenchless Technology. We're here in Saratoga installing a 10-inch HDPE water main. Horizontal directional drilling benefits cities, townships all over New York State because of the ease of installation and not interrupting thoroughfares, public transportation, and people getting to and from work every day. Especially with the cost advantage of restoration of going with ripping up sidewalks, curbing, blacktop. So as far as the procedure goes with HDD drilling, the first thing that we do all of our mapping, and then we drill down in the ground with a pilot bore. The pilot bore is basically we're drilling out a 5-inch hole, and we're going underneath all the existing utilities, which were pre-mapped out for elevation. We drill out approximately, in this particular job, around 500 feet. We go from hydrant to hydrant. Sometimes we'll drill out 1,000 feet. And then once we get to our receiving pit, we put on a back reamer. The back reamer is selected depending on the ground condition. Then we pump bentonite downhole to the back reamer, and then we hook the 10-inch HDPE pipe behind it. In that process, when the bentonite is pumped downhole, the HDPE is pulled in behind it. The back reamer is usually 1.5 times the size of the diameter of the pipe, and that annular space gets filled with bentonite and basically grouts the existing pipe in place.